What food is only good eaten in small quantities? Truffles, the fungus, not the chocolates. It's fabulous grated over something, giving it a wonderful earthy flavor. But if you overdo it, it's like someone has mixed mud into your food. One summer I found out I really liked fries with truffle mayo and ate it a few too many times. Now I get sick just smelling it. It's been 3 years. I work with the chocolate truffles and have to taste them 3 times per day. They're only good in small quantities too. Sugar-free gummies. Did you ever hear the tragedy of the sugar-free Haribus? I ate a pound in one sitting once just to see if the rumors were true. I shat my brains out for 12 hours. My butthole was so sensitive by the end that I couldn't even handle wet wipes. I had to jump into the shower and gently clean my butt. Eventually the poop liquefied so I was spraying out of my ass. -1000/10 I regret everything. Wasabi. I was reading once about the video game Tetris. It said the Russian creator Alexei Pajitnov got famous and was able to do some world traveling. But he was a little sheltered when it came to other countries. Supposedly, the first time he was in a Japanese restaurant, he thought a bowl of wasabi was some type of custard. So he took a big spoonful and swallowed it before they could stop him. He felt like he was going to die while the rest of the table was laughing. Edit. Found a reference https://www. Filfa. Net tag Pajitnov. The atmosphere was warmer that evening when Rogers, still playing the role of chaperone and tour guide, located the only sushi restaurant in Moscow and took Arakawa, Lincoln, Pajitnov, and Nintendo's legal consultant John Hus out for dinner there. Pajitnov was skeptical of the notion of eating raw fish, but soon got with the program. At least until he popped an entire ball of wasabi into his mouth just ahead of his companion's urgent warning cries, nearly causing his head to explode. Do not eat the free pistachio ice cream. It has turned fish sauce. Use a little bit in cooking certain dishes and it's amazing. Use too much, though, and the dish just tastes like fish sauce. Same with sesame oil. We Vietnamese dip everything in fish sauce though, face with tears of joy. Peeps. First bite. This is a nice treat. Second bite. I want to puke now. Had a contest at my cousin's church for Easter that I volunteered for. My cousin told me not to, but I don't back down from challenges, where it was men versus women to see who could eat the most peeps in the least amount of time. I won. I will never eat another peep in my life. Too sweet. The weird bitter taste of the dye and the sugar is gross too. Vegemite. When I visited Australia, a local gave it to me the proper way, i.e., not slathered on like peanut butter, on toast with some butter, and it was actually delicious. And then he gave me a Vegemite sandwich. I tell Americans to think like it's wasabi, which is also the top answer right now. Anything with raw coconut or coconut juice in it. Coconut is one of my favorite flavors, and I absolutely love those coconut waters. One day my wife brought home a 6-pack of the large 32 ounces ones at the grocery store. I couldn't help myself. I drank them all in one afternoon. I could have competed with SpaceX that night. If you haven't tried it and if you can find them, buy some fresh young coconuts and open them yourself. You can do it fairly easily with a good cleaver and a confident chop, but you'll never go back to the packaged juice. There's just no comparison. But coconut juice is known to give you the runs if you drink too much. So please control your urge to drink more than 1 coconut's worth a day. LOL. You'll probably never do that again. But for others reading, drinking that much coconut water at once can be dangerous. It's high in potassium, and if your kidneys are unable to process out enough of it, then you can end up with toxic levels of it in your blood, which requires immediate medical attention. Anything that is super rich, you're just gonna feel like shoot for the rest of the day. Fudge. I can only eat it in tiny bites over a long period of time due to its richness. I'll never feel sick when I eat the rich edibles. I wish I knew the first time. My tolerance got so high during COVID that a 150 mg edibles barely does anything for me anymore. Now I'm on a 6-week tolerance break. I can't afford to keep toking the way I have been. Especially now that I'm trying to return to normal life. Fudge. Natto. Any amato is too much natto. What's that? Those cotton candy grapes. A couple grapes taste great, and then they totally lose the flavor after more than like 5. They have cotton candy grapes now? What has science done? Highly disagree. I'll destroy a whole bag of those suckers in minutes. Pineapple. Too much and my mouth feels so strange. That's probably due to the enzymes in pineapple. Pineapple contain enzymes that break down proteins, so to put it short, it's digesting your mouth. As far as I know, this only happens with raw pineapple, not with canned or if you cook it. I definitely can't do raw pineapple either. Wagyu. Way too rich and heavy to eat like a traditional steak, but just a few lightly cooked thin slices and it's heavenly. Have some wagyu with some fresh rice and boom, 5-star meal. It'll coat your mouth in the fatty grease too. Great for a little bit, but goddamn, imagine eating 10 ounces of that. Fudge. It feels wrong as I type it, but I know it to be true. I 100% agree. Chocolate is my favorite thing ever, but if you eat too much it goes downhill. The good thing is you just take a break and come back and eat more. OMG, this is my time. So my ex-husband was seeing this chick before we got together, but we were friends so we all hung out a lot. A group of us including her decided to go to Niagara Falls since we live relatively close and she was from farther away. I'm not sure if you know this, but Niagara Falls has tons of fudge shops and they all sell quarter-pound slabs. We all bought a few to take home. Altogether it totaled 3.5 pounds of fudge. She volunteers to carry it all since she had a backpack with her as she was going to head home on a bus afterwards. Great. Thanks. Long story short, we forgot to get the fudge back before she left and she ate it on the way home. She ate 3.5 pounds of fudge on the bus home. I'm pretty sure that was one of the final nails in the coffin for my ex. He just couldn't get over her eating all that fudge. That wasn't even hers. In one sitting. Beans before the theater. This respectful young gentleman eating beans. As a Hispanic person who eats beans with at least 8 meals per week, I feel like the only person who has zero issues with beans and digestion. Is it the fiber? What exactly causes people to have this infamous bowel distress with beans? Marmite, nutmeg,